listening to the Scoop Slam Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Scoop Slam Podcast. We are back. It's a party, the biggest party of the summer, to be specific. We've got the SummerSlam review on deck. We'll go ahead and hop into it, but before we get too far into anything, as always, I am one half your hosting team, Mr. Scoop, otherwise known as Micah. And on the other end of the call, the historian of the Scoop Slam Podcast. He's in your comment sections and he's getting blocked. It's Ryan.
Yo, Micah. Great to be back here with you. We took a week off. We're bouncing back. And this is our 4th annual SummerSlam review. So I guess just let's get into it.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I was thinking about that because I got the
4. I think it's 4.
Yeah, I got the memory the other day of when we went to Ric Flair's last match, and that was like right around the same time that we started the
Yeah.
podcast.
How about that?
And I was like, holy crap, I cannot believe we've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. 4 straight SummerSlams.
So we'll see where this one ranks in the all-time, or the last 4 years SummerSlam rankings, and where it falls in pay-per-view of the year as well. We always do our end of show rankings.
Well, it's not falling anywhere on pay-per-views of the year, pal. It's going to be on PLE of the years. Excuse you.
Somebody corrected me about that in my comment section on TikTok.
As they should.
It's actually a PLE. I was like, do you not pay to view it?
No, it's different. You're paying for a premium live event, pal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, do they still act? I don't even know if they still run pay-per-views. Is there a way to order the pay-per-views now? I don't think it is.
I don't think WWE does.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. I don't think there's a way to order a WWE show by itself without getting the ESPN app, or if you're outside North America, wink, wink, you can go to Netflix and watch it there. But I don't know. I don't think you can order a WWE pay-per-view anymore.
I think you're right. I usually just watch it because I have Disney anyway, so it's all tied in with the ESPN bull crap because they had the $30 a month. But we're not advertising here, ladies and gentlemen.
They didn't pay for this advertisement.
That's right. And we're going to go ahead and hop straight into SummerSlam Night 1. And they started it off with
hold up
women's...
now, pal. Hold up. Let me ask you before we get started. What did you think of the look of the show? Did the stage look up to par, Micah? Did they hide the empty seats well? What do you think?
I'm actually glad you reminded me of that because I did write something down for that. I thought that the stadium looked nice. I know that US Bank Stadium is pretty new, I believe. New for a stadium, at least.
It is. Yeah.
I thought the stage looked really nice. It was big. It was a little different, but it was cool. It looked big time, for SummerSlam, which they're really pushing as the number. I mean, it's always been the number 2, but, they're trying to make it a big spectacle. That's why they went to 2 nights. But I thought it looked nice, and I thought everything looked good on TV. I did get, a little cracked up later when everybody started showing the tarps.
Tarps? It was a whole side of the stadium that was empty.
How far the mighty have fallen, huh?
Bro, they should have just did like a deal with like the local Burger King, buy a Whopper, get 4 tickets free. I don't understand why they don't do that anymore. They used to do that back in the day. That's how they got so many people into the Alamo Dome for Royal Rumble 1997. Yeah. That was one of the down periods that they had in WWE, and they somehow filled the Alamo Dome up because they had like local promotion from Taco Bell in the area. Like no trolls here. They had local promotion from Taco Bell, and they were giving away tickets.
See, I know the reason is because they look at it at like a loss because, there are people out there that will spend $10,000 to sit ringside So like they would rather just tarp it off and not make the money. But I don't understand that because wouldn't you rather
Yeah,
have more people there who potentially could buy merch or,
yeah, I
pay
would.
for a meet and greet for a wrestler? Like that just makes sense to me.
Yeah, they rather it be an exclusive club, and unless you don't pay, or unless you do pay, then you can't come in. But I don't know. They didn't shoot the empty seats. They hit it well. So I mean, all in all, it was a good little setup for them. But this might be the last time they go to Minnesota for a SummerSlam.
Yeah. Or, how about this? Don't price out
But
your casual fans and they
no, what are you
might
talking
be
about?
able to sell out a stadium.
What's that? You want to sign up for Club WWE, Micah? Okay, just pay $100, pal. Hey,
Yeah.
did you see that Triple H and Stephanie's daughter was singing the national anthem? You see that?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? She was getting she was getting bullied online, man. People were ruthless in the comments.
Oh, come
I'm like, bro,
on.
she's
For
15
what?
years old, man. Well, she has a striking resemblance to one Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and people, were giddy to point that out. We get it, guys. We know you hate Triple H. That doesn't mean you can bully his 15-year-old daughter.
I'm making the speed face right now.
Oh, you seen the picture?
No, I
Oh,
can
okay.
imagine. But I'll
It
do
was.
some research right quick while we segue to the
I
first
thought.
match.
Yeah, I thought she did. I thought she did well singing the national anthem. 30,000 people, 15 years old. Yeah, it was okay, but didn't
Yeah.
deserve the online backlash.
No, I mean, shoot, I used to get nervous in front of the high school and I would do the like Veterans Day program or whatever. I got nervous doing the prayer for my graduation. And that
Rest
was
in
half
peace, Hana
capacity
Kimura.
because we were at COVID.
Rest in peace, Hana Kimura. By the way, Micah. While we bully this 15-year-old girl on our television screen.
Oh yeah, of course. That doesn't matter. We can bully. If you work for WWE, you're entitled to get bullied, but
Yeah.
that's what you sign up for. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we signed up for SummerSlam and you signed up for a review, so we're gonna bring it to you right now. For the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, Io Sky versus Liv Morgan. Now, I'll go ahead and start off because this matters. This match went 13 minutes and 35 seconds. Liv Morgan picked up the win here by pinfall. A couple spots I wanted to mention, and I'll pass it off to you, Ryan. There was a spot where Io dove through the middle rope and Liv turned that into a power bomb. I thought that was really nice. I thought there was a really nice code breaker as well that Liv did. Io sold it like $1,000,000. She's great in the ring. We all know that by now. Do they have a different name for the code breaker? Because I thought I heard, which
No,
Michael Cole's atrocious the whole show, but I thought I
oh,
heard
he's
him call
bad.
it the code breaker the first time, and then he called it a different name later.
I think it was just a cold mess up. He's done a lot of that lately. Well, I
Yeah.
want to bring something up during the main event of night 2, by the way, by Michael Cole, but yeah, he was bad.
And I can kind of segue that into the next point, which was the finish here, where, she hit the Oblivion and Io popped out of it, and Michael Cole was like, "Oh my god, she just got right up out of the Oblivion." But she didn't actually hit it. Io just reversed it. She basically, planted her hands so her head never hit the mat. Then
She
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 got
did
caught with another one.
she did the same thing. Io Sky did the same thing at WrestleMania against Bailey, because I believe she got hit with like a rose plant, but she didn't get hit with it. She did that little flip up thing. So she's hit
Yeah.
there a couple times.
And it looked great. I thought it was a great spot, a great way to kind of tease the finish. But I thought the way Cole called it was terrible. But nonetheless, I thought it was a solid opener. I figured Liv was going to win just because she's got a lot of momentum right now. That kind of carried into Raw as well. That women's division is heating up. But what did you think about the opener, Ryan?
I thought it was pretty good, and the finish was pretty clever. with the whole pop-up thing we were just talking about, and then Liv immediately hitting the Oblivion right after that. And yeah, man, it was a solid match. It looked like Liv got dinged up again. I think she has another black eye. Which Io, this is the work, right? We don't really have to hit each other. 'Cause Liv has I feel like every time they're in the ring together, Liv is getting dinged up for real.
Yeah, I guess Liv's got heat backstage because it's her, Vaquer, anybody she's in the match or in the ring with, she's just getting torn up. She still, I saw an interview the other day, she still has a little like hump in her forehead from when Stephanie like pushed her and Roxanne into each other.
And people saying, "Oh, she never defends her title." Man, she probably still dinged up from that lump in her skull that's still there after 3 months.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be in the ring much after that either.
Not to talk too much about Raw because we're not really doing a full review of that, obviously, but I did get really cracked up at Becky in her promo when she was like, everybody's saying you're the worst champion of all time. Like, I don't know, that just kind of cracked me up. Becky actually, I think, cut one of her best promos in a while, and it's funny because she did nothing to like turn babyface, but just immediately everybody was with her, and she turned the it's not just me saying it thing around. I thought it was a masterclass.
I'm a big fan of Liv too. I think that could be an entertaining feud.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of her. Yeah, I know she's not the best in ring, but I don't know. It just feels like I don't know. I feel like she lays some stuff in, man. It feels, I don't want to say real when she's in there, but I don't know. She plays her gimmick up and her character right. So I don't know. I've done a whole 180 on Liv Morgan.
yeah. Because initially when we started the pod, I remember we were both like, "Ugh, I don't know about Liv."
Yeah, but she's improved a lot over the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. So solid opening contest. We'll move on to the next match, which was the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso versus LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys in a 6-man tag team match. This went 11 minutes with LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys picking up the win here by pinfall. Did you know that this match was sponsored by Gears of War? And if you didn't, they were sure to let you know.
I thought the Gears of War entrance, pretty cool.
The little stage set.
Yeah, yeah, and then they had Jacob Fatu come out there with the little headgear thing, and they started, walking him like a dog. I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was neat. It's just, God, man, like, the ads get to me at a certain point. Like, again, a lot of people get pissy about like the ads on the mat. Like, I don't care about that. Whatever. If you want to run, hey, this match is sponsored by Snickers, and then you segue into it. But God, like this, and then there's some others that I'll point to throughout the rest of the night.
See,
However,
the part that I can't stomach is when it's like an actual advertisement, like a ladder that had the the fireball ladder. That was goofy, silly. I hated that. I've grown a little more accustomed to the Slim Jim table, but still that's ridiculous. And I think they're doing something on the steel chairs now too. I thought I saw an advertisement on it, but
there was
that's
something.
the only part.
I don't remember what it was though. On one of the chairs.
Yeah, that's the only thing that I really got a problem with. I don't care about the tie-in entrance, as long as it's not too goofy or contrived. I remember the Assassin's Creed entrance for Osprey. I didn't particularly care for.
See, I didn't care for that either. Just like I don't care for this, but I don't like it at all when it gets into the wrestling, like with the tables, like all that. Like, I guess for the entrance, like, if you're a big fan, like whatever, but it felt a little forced, if you ask me. But what doesn't feel forced is Jacob Fatu not wearing a shirt anymore. And I'm normally not that guy, but Jacob has so much more aura with no shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been hitting the gym, man.
And so I thought that was a good change up as well that I've seen him do recently. I'm also really happy to see Royce Keys in the spot on the SummerSlam card. I think there's some other guys that should have been on this card. We'll get there a little later with a certain someone who's a new champion, but nonetheless, I was happy to see him on the SummerSlam card, and I thought LA Knight had a great BFT to end it. Solid match. Good to see these guys get the win. And I wrote at the time, please get LA Knight out of the Bloodline Vortex, only to realize that he is just upgraded to the boss fight of the Bloodline Vortex. Nonetheless, these guys did deserve the win.
Did you see Solo did the WrestleMania 39 finish to finish this match right here? He grabbed Jay.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. And you know what, man? Solo, I know we get a lot of. I feel like we hated the last time they did this, or at least you did, when they stopped the match and did the run it back thing with Jay. I thought when Solo did it, I thought it was pretty hilarious, and the crowd went insane when they ran it back. You know what I'm talking about, Micah?
Yeah. So I hated it when Jay did it in the War Games match, because that's also like with the War Games that they're trying to sell you on the viciousness of the cage and da da da. So like doing that was just a little contrived to me. But this was obviously to poke fun at Jay. So I really didn't hate it. Maybe I'm also partial to Solo because I really like this babyface run he's on right now.
I like LA Knight and Solo's chemistry out of the ring. I think they have some great. I wouldn't mind a tag title run with LA Knight and Solo. I think that could be really good, actually. Can you see a Solo Sikoa Money in the Bank win coming up, Micah? Because he's been getting a lot of momentum online with the fan base. There's a lot of clips rolling around from. I guess they were having like a SummerSlam like meetup right before, where it's like a convention, and it seemed everybody wanted to take a picture with Solo. Everybody having a good time with Solo. And the last couple weeks, man, he's been cutting some good promos. Very entertaining guy.
I could see it. I wouldn't be necessarily opposed to it. I feel like my 4 that I kind of have earmarked for it are Solo, Sammy, Trick, and maybe like Finn. I could see any of those guys having it. Finn is a little bit of a hard ball answer because I mean he's babyface. So, it's always kind of difficult to do that. But he has been getting a push lately.
See a Penta?
Yeah, I could see that as
like
well.
a Penta could step up there. LA Knight, he'd probably be feuding with Roman, but
yeah,
I wouldn't mind a Solo Money in the Bank win, bro. He's pretty entertaining. I don't know about that ring work, but if he can keep on being entertaining like this, I can overlook it.
Yeah. Sometimes the charisma just outweighs the in-ring. But
it does, and I don't think he's like the Ultimate Warrior in there.
No, God, no. He's had a couple stinkers in the past with Cody, but that's not necessarily Solo specific either.
Yeah.
But moving on, this was just a grudge match actually. No stakes. This was Gunther versus Nick Aldis, otherwise known as Magnus for all the hate watchers online. This match went 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Gunther defeated Nick Aldis by submission. And before we get into anything, I just want to say, everybody had smoke for Nick Aldis. Oh, like y'all are not gonna like Nick Aldis when you actually see him in the ring. Oh, there's no way y'all are hyped about this. Oh, y'all really y'all didn't see Magnus back in the day. No, I did. I did see Magnus back in the day. And I knew that this match would be solid because Nick Aldis isn't going to give you a 5-star classic, but like the slander this man was getting was absolutely crazy online.
It's like they forgot about the National Treasure run in NWA when he and a bunch of other guys pretty much put NWA back on the map in the later 2010s. NWA was getting a lot of buzz, bro, especially when Billy Corgan bought the brand. Nick Aldis, LA Knight, Stroke Daddy, Ricky Saints now, but there's a bunch of guys on that show that, like, when you really look back on it, they're some of the bigger stars we have in the industry today. And yeah, man, the national treasure, Nick Aldis, didn't disappoint. Him and Gunther had a really good, kind of like a throwback match, Micah. Kind of like a match you would have seen in any territory back in the day, and they would have got the fans hyped up watching it then, just like they got the fans hyped up watching it now. This wasn't, the flippy AEW or New Japan type style match that you would see, but as far as fan engagement, I think this might have been one of the best matches of the night. It was my favorite match of the night up to this point. And they gave Aldis the returning hero treatment, bro. They licensed the Oasis song for him. What's the name of that song, Micah?
Morning Glory.
There you go, biblical. It was a great entrance, and the fans probably could have been a little louder for him. It wasn't mic'd up well. I don't know, but yeah, man, you can tell that it meant a lot to Aldis to get that entrance. And I watched that Chris Van Fleet interview he did a couple days before SummerSlam, where he got emotional. So you can tell that this meant a lot to him, man. If he only could have one match in WWE, this is a great match to have, and that's a great way to go out.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, and I can't really add anything to it. Like you said, it works in any time period. It was just a good match. It don't have to be overbooked. You don't have to do anything crazy. Just two guys going in there and settling the score.
Gunther, man, Gunther has the weirdest opponents, bro. I mean, Gunther wrestling Pat McAfee, wrestling Nick Aldis, he wrestled John Goldberg. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, they don't know how to book him.
I don't know if it's that. I think it goes to show like the respect he has backstage that this many guys want to, make it their last match to have with Gunther.
Yeah, I'm still sick too that we never got Gunther versus Brock.
I don't know if we'll. I don't think we should give up hope on that. I think that's gonna happen.
Okay.
Brock getting retired. Brock ain't retired.
You don't think?
I do not think, no.
Okay. Well, we'll save that conversation for the main event of night one. But following that, we had a 6-woman tag team match. Fatal Influence, JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and
Gunther won that last match, by the way. I don't know if we said that.
Oh, I think I did, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Right. But JC Jane, Fallon Henley, and Alabama's own Laney Reed versus the Bella Twins and Paige. This went 7 minutes and 30 seconds, with Fatal Influence picking up the win by pinfall. I wrote the match was fine. Nothing really egregious to write home about or, remark. Fallon Henley still does not know how to take the yes kicks. And that was all I really had. We got the obvious Paige turn, or I'm sorry, the obvious Nikki Bella turn that I think everybody was expecting. And that was really the main talking point coming out of this.
And JC Jane destroying Brie Bella's shoulder. Did you see that?
See, I don't even remember. I remember Brie holding it at the end of the match, but I don't remember what happened.
So JC Jane did a move to Brie Bella on the outside of the ring on the steel steps. Did like a senton rolling type maneuver to Brie Bella and hit her right on the shoulder, man.
Did anything ever come out about it? Like she?
Oh yeah, she's hurt. She's out. She canceled her autograph signing the next day, and she went on. I think that might have been Twitter that she wrote something, but she basically said that she separated her shoulder or something to that effect. But yeah, she's out, man. And it's crazy, man. If this would have been, I don't know, Jade Cargill that hurt somebody like that, Oh man, we would never heard of it.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't even hear anything about it.
Nia Jax did that. Oh man.
Well, you know why.
Well, I don't know. The match happened. It was there. Out of all the matches I skipped, I had to skip this one. I went back and watched it, but I wasn't like locked in. But yeah, I did skip it live.
Well, as Jim Ross would say, business picks up.
No disrespect to the ladies, by the way. No disrespect, but I just didn't want to watch that.
No, I mean it was just there. I did watch it, at the time. It just not a lot lit, you know what I mean? I like all of them. Just
yeah.
Sometimes there's just nothing to say.
You got to pick one.
There.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. But moving on to the undisputed WWE Championship match, CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh man, we already here.
Oh yeah, pal. Only 2 matches left for night 1.
All right.
This match went 30 minutes and 10 seconds with CM Punk picking up the win by pinfall, but, we got some shenanigans going on. This match was also sponsored by Street Fighter, if you didn't know. They let you know. They had a little promo package beforehand, which this didn't bother me as much until I noticed the extremely obvious AI character models at the bottom. Like, come on, man. Is it that hard to just pixelate their faces?
No, I didn't catch that one. That's funny, though.
Like, if anybody's listening to this and you haven't seen what I'm talking about, go look at the Rey Mysterio figure. That is not Rey Mysterio.
Bro, that's just the corporations, man. They going all in on AI stuff, man.
Oh, yeah. And we're not going to get any regulations on it. It's here to stay.
Not anytime soon.
And I hope you like your $5,000 PC replacement, because RAM's just still going up.
Yeah, crazy.
But we'll save the scoop politics for later down the line. Now, I don't know what I expected. I should have known going in what I was going to get. But this was just the 3-star general at his finest.
Oh, come on now. Whoa. Calm down.
First off, before we get to the actual match, I want to bring up Michael Cole. Again, could not keep track of what leg of CM Punk's was hurt. Because, like, I can't remember specifically off the top of my head, but Punk would do like one move, or Cody would do a move to him or whatever. And then later on, like, Punk would get up and would like sell the same leg, and Cole would be like, yeah, that left leg is just really bothering him, and it would be his right leg the whole time. And I was like, oh my God. Like, for instance, he hit the announce table with, I believe it was his left leg. And Cole was like, yeah, he just hit his announce table on his left leg, which wasn't the one that had been getting worked the whole night. It was the right leg, which had just slammed into the barricade 2 seconds later into the clip. That was when he did his the elbow drop on the announce table. You remember his knee made contact with the announce table, but his other one slammed into the barricade. And Cole was like, oh, yeah, that knee hit the announce table. I'm like, dude, that's not the one he's been working the whole game. Like what? Like, I almost said the whole game, the whole match. Like, what? So,
yeah.
Anyways, other than that, as far as the action goes, Ryan, and I'll let you kind of have it after this. I just was bored. Like, I don't know. A lot of times I feel like the Punk matches are slower, and I'm fine. I can get in with the story. But no, I did not care for this at all. Maybe I need to go back and watch it again.
I think you should go back and watch it. It started out slow and, had me thinking, all right, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my goat is washed. But, bro, it's like clockwork in all of Punk's matches recently. I don't think he's missed in any of his matches this year, by the way. But, they start out slow. and then they build to something great. And I thought this was, if we putting all the cards on the table, this is the best match of the weekend. Like bell to bell action, and you had the big surprise with Randy Orton coming back. You had the big moment with CM Punk. He went like that jump from the ring post to the announce table. That's a far leap, and he cleared it pretty much at 47 years old. That's pretty insane. But yeah, I thought this was really, really good. Maybe I could have done without the double GTS spot. I think that's a little played out. But as far as the match goes, they cooked here, man. They're really good.
I don't know. I'll give it a rewatch. It just I don't know. I never got into it. Maybe my Cody hatred was just blinding me, but it was just 3 stars. Like that was all I got. I was like, I'm not invested in this.
They left the door open for another match because we didn't have a definitive finish. Randy Orton is back to resume his feud with Cody, now without a title and now without Jelly Roll. So that's a plus. And the fans went insane when Randy Orton came out there. I don't know if I've seen him run that fast in like 20 years too. Randy was sprinting through there. But yeah, the place went insane when Randy came out there. It's funny because nobody got booed in this match. Everybody loved everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's babyface.
Yeah.
We just cheer. Everybody's getting cheered.
Which is funny too, because like Loki, it was the same way in the Roman Seth match. Like everybody, we just love the Shield. We just love everybody.
Did you see that like screenshot going around online about CM Punk in this match?
Are you talking about the one where everybody tried to say crap?
He got swamped. Come on now.
No.
You think they gave him a Z-Pack?
Oh, come on now. Everybody, I feel like everybody, I don't know, man. I hate to sound this or say this because it's going to sound pretentious. I just feel like everybody is like dumb. Like, why did people think that he crapped himself? It's hot.
I think it's hot. Wait, they were indoors. Maybe it's the gear. Gear is probably a little too thin.
Yeah, the gear was probably too thin.
Down there, man.
Yeah, it's also green. Maybe the match should have been sponsored by Dude Wipes. Nonetheless,
come on.
He didn't crap himself. He just, gets a little hot down in the jungle sometimes.
Yeah. Down the jungle. What about that moonsault that CM Punk hit? What about that? You big fan of that?
Listen, I love my guy Punk, and I'm usually number one. I'll go out on my shield for him, but I can't be like, oh, that was like an ode to Terry Funk. Nah, he just missed.
Oh, come on now. It looked like a Terry Funk. He probably was trying to remove that tattoo from Cody Rhodes' neck. That's probably what that was.
Okay.
Trying to take matters into his own hands.
I like that theory.
Yeah. It was man. He did hit him in the face. That make it seem like he missed him completely. I don't know how Cody felt about taking that. Yeah. Man, Punk is he's still my front runner for Superstar of the Year or Wrestler of the Year. And I think you're a little too rough on this match. I think this was a really good match. I think this night overall is pretty okay.
Well, I'll give it a rewatch, but Punk's still definitely in consideration for Wrestler of the Year to me. I'm excited to see the program after this, which I know that you were probably going to have comments because I'm usually not a big Kevin Owens guy, but we'll save that conversation for later. Nonetheless, welcome back, Randy Orton. And Cody gets out of the world title picture. That's all a positive, but I can't say that this is one of my favorite matches of Punk's return run. But nonetheless, on to my number 2 guy right now. He's encroaching on #1 territory. The Hell in a Cell match main event of night 1, Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. This match went 11 minutes and 40 seconds. Oba Femi defeated Brock Lesnar by pinfall.
11 minutes, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Gotta be like the second shortest Hell in a Cell match of all time.
Probably, and I guarantee you they spent longer on the entrances, which is fine because it had big fight feel. It really did. As soon as they pitched to the main event and you saw the cell and Oba's music hit, he got a big reaction. He looks like $1,000,000. He looks like a bona fide star. Then the bell rang.
Oh, hold up now. Brock looked jacked too. Let's not shortchange Brock. Brock got the big hometown crowd pop, and of course, Heyman was on the microphone, introduced him Brock, and it got a huge reaction. And like, don't make it seem like Brock was chopped liver out there.
No, I wasn't trying to insinuate that Brock was just there. But Brock always looks good. I saw a picture of his debut match and his proposed retirement match, and he looks exactly the same.
His legs a little thinner. I don't know what's going on there. You don't work out legs anymore.
Well, we all hate leg day, right? He's big enough up top. You don't pay attention to the legs.
Macho Man said it best. This is an upper body business. So, you don't have to work legs. Yeah.
And the cream rises to the top. So, just another reason to work the upper body.
What about this match, Micah? What are we doing about this match?
A couple things. Listen, I like Oba. I said he was my #2 right now. He's encroaching on #1 territory. When he's doing anything, I seek it out. I love the guy.
Yeah.
He's a bona fide WrestleMania main eventer. However, getting up after 2 F5s is crazy. Kicking out at 2 of a tombstone in a Hell in a Cell match on exposed wood is almost blasphemous. Okay, I know it's not The Undertaker doing it, but I call out the same bull crap anywhere else, mainly AEW, just because they typically do more. I'm not even trying to slide them. I'm just saying I see it more over there, where they do the tombstone on chairs or outside area.
Well, pause that, because they went directly into the finish after the kick out at 2 with a tombstone. Well, at least they didn't go another 5-10 minutes with it.
I mean, yeah, but if that
that was your reasoning for liking the Omega match. Your reason like an Omega match, you said, oh, yeah, he kicked out at 1, but they went directly into the finish. You said that, Micah.
Yeah, but
what you said.
I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, it worked when Omega did it, but not when 6'6", 290-pound Oba Femi does it.
But it's not the tombstone. It wasn't the tombstone on exposed wood after he got hit with like 3 F5s. I don't remember the move that MJF hit and he kicked out at 1 of, but it was the title shot. That's what it was.
It was a title shot after a nut shot too.
But I don't know. I felt like this never got off the ground to me personally. I was very excited. I thought, that this was apparently, rumors were floating that it was Lesnar's last match. Apparently now it is. You say otherwise. But I figured, okay, they're going to go all out. The last Hell in a Cell match we got some blood. It was crazy. You know what I mean? One of the greatest Hell in a Cell matches ever. Maybe the greatest ever. But here it was just tame. Like I remember a table spot. I think they got some chairs. They pulled the mat up, and it didn't feel vicious. It didn't feel like any different than their other matches. And respectfully, this was something that I said after WrestleMania, and I'll pass this off to you, Ryan. I think it should have stayed after WrestleMania. You know what I mean? They should have just kept Oba beating Brock once at WrestleMania and Brock retires, because I don't think they ever eclipsed that match.
Why did Brock put elbow pads on this match but no knee pads? If you were going to do the tombstone spot, would you put knee pads on?
And I would think that would be less of a giveaway than the elbow pads, because I heard that the elbow pads were for extra grip.
Extra grip?
Yeah, like when you're doing the tombstone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, okay, all right. That's actually a good explanation now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I would have put one of them leg sleeves. I'll put both them things on if I'm gonna do that tombstone onto exposed wood with a 295 man on my shoulders. I don't know.
How did you feel about the match? Am I just hating? Am I just hating on this night?
Yeah, I think you're a little too rough on it. I think Oba got the biggest like endorsement of a lifetime. That probably means more than a WWE championship. And Brock Lesnar straight up admitted, "I'm the past. This is the future." He pretty much just, man, he put over Oba like $1 million. Brock never really looked particularly strong throughout this whole feud. It was pretty much him, getting beat down and fighting from underneath. And every time he, give him an F5 or give him a tombstone on exposed wood, Oba would just pop back up, man. So even the best of what Brock Lesnar could give him, the guy that that killed the Undertaker streak, and the guy that squashed John Cena with 16 German suplexes, the guy that beat Hulk Hogan in his first 3 months on the main roster, the guy that became the youngest WWE champion of all time. That guy couldn't beat Oba Femi. So I think it solidifies Oba as the next big thing, which Cole made a point of it on commentary. He tells us, he told us a lot during that match. That's the next big thing. And as far as putting a guy over, man, you couldn't do it any stronger than what they did here for Oba Femi.
No, I mean, I agree in that regard. You
just hated the match. You just hated the match. I thought it was fine.
Well,
it's not something I'll go back and watch. It was just fine.
I think I just
maybe if they used the cage a little more. Maybe if they used the cage a little more, which I don't think they use the cage at all. But if we're just keeping like straight up kayfabe reasons, the reason for the sale is to keep people out and to keep the action inside the ring. So it did its job, I guess. But when you're used to Hell in a Cell matches getting a little violent and going to the outside of the cell, climbing on top of the cell, you expect that. But they didn't do that here. They really didn't have a lot of weapons either. I mean, a couple chairs and one table, and the exposed canvas. But yeah, they didn't. It wasn't as crazy as Brock's like last man standing match he had on that first SummerSlam we reviewed against Roman Reigns. Yeah, that got insane. But this right here, I mean, it was fine for what it's worth. I don't know if people were expecting Brock to take a bump on the exposed wood. That wasn't gonna happen. But yeah, I think you're a little rough. I think you're a little rough overall on SummerSlam. I thought it was pretty okay.
I felt bored watching this. I don't think I'll ever go back and watch anything really. Like, there was a couple cool moments, like, the Liv EO finish and all this, but other than that, like, I don't know. One last thing. Did Oba seem a little awkward to you in the like aftermath of this, when Brock was like trying to shake his hand? And I don't know what it was, but Oba just seemed kind of like dejected almost.
Well, he just kind of had to stand there and be little brother to Brock. It was a little, I don't know, it was a little weird that he had to just stand there and Brock, come here, Oba, come here, Oba, come here. And then he just grabs Oba by the shoulder. Like, bro, Oba just folded you up the last 3 times y'all wrestled. I mean, you treating him like that. Like, yeah. But Brock did put him over on the mic. So, Oba, another thing, man, we talked about this off air, but Oba Femi selling. How do you feel about that? Is it something we should keep our eyes out on? Is that his hole in his game? Because, Brock Lesnar, the hole in his game is the mic work. Oba Femi got the mic work, but I don't know if selling is a natural thing to him.
Yeah, right now, I'll just say small sample size. Because in the Brock feud, he's basically been told not to sell. You know what I mean? Like, the dude was getting up after like 7 F5s. But at this point, I'm not going to write it off and say he's bad at it. I just need to see it a little more. I think we will see that more with the Braun Breaker feud.
Well, let's hope so.
But nonetheless, Ryan, we'll go ahead and do our ranking for this now. What do you think was the match of the night for SummerSlam Night 1?
Are we going to just rank them separately or now all together?
Well, we did WrestleMania separately because I thought that was fair because
okay, all right,
Night 1 was terrible. And
okay. So you said match of the night, and what would I rank it overall?
Yeah.
Match of the night, I go Punk and Cody. And overall, I give it like a 7.2. I thought it was a pretty solid show, man. Top to bottom, solid show. If you skip all the commercials and skip the ads, which are the commercials, and maybe, fast forward a couple of the entrances, it was a good little 2.5 hour show.
I'm gonna say for my match of the night, I'll go Liv and Io. I thought they, did good opening the show. I wasn't too much impressed with much else after. I mean, again, I think that this is just like I said this in a comment to a guy.
What's going on with you? You were in a bad mood watching.
No, SummerSlam is just a baseline. It's okay. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing gonna, mess you up or, you're gonna be upset about or you're gonna love or you're gonna come back and watch. It was just okay. And for me, I'll go like a 4, maybe 4.5.
Wow, you really didn't like this show.
No, I mean, I think that's everything was solid. Like, it's just nothing's remarkable. Like, maybe a 5. Is that's gonna be your average score?
I think an average show probably like a 6 to me. But I mean, if you want to rank it a 4, I mean, go ahead. Sure rankings, pal.
I'll bump it to 4.5, but that's about as high as I'll go.
Okay, all right.
But nonetheless, we got SummerSlam Night 2. I'm trying to reminisce to WrestleMania Night 2 because it was actually good.
Right. Let's do a time skip. All right.
I mean, what's going to be our main events? I might be more interested in that, to be honest with you.
We're going to get a slow burn, and you're going to like it, pal.
You're going to like it. You're going to get more Shield lore. But we got some Shield lore coming up. But before we get there, we got a excuse me. We have a singles match. Sami Zayn versus Finn Balor for a #1 contendership match for the undisputed WWE Championship. But pump the brakes. Aldis comes out, has an announcement, said that he has someone to add to the match, which was Gunther. Gunther comes out, much to Sami's chagrin.
I didn't like that. I didn't like him shaking Gunther's hand. I didn't like that. That make any sense to you?
Well, I thought it was kind of like okay, we had our issue. You beat me fair and square. I respect you now despite our differences.
It seemed like a lot of handshaking on these nights of SummerSlam. A lot of handshaking, a lot of hugs. I miss when my wrestlers had personal animosity towards each other.
Yeah. There's no Stone Cold Bret Harts anymore, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, no more Edge and Matt Hardys. I want more Edge and Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
Still a guy's wife. Take a
Jesus.
guy's wife.
Well, hey, theory might be well on his way.
Oh, well, hold up now.
I joke. But nonetheless, we've got one more announcement, Aldous says, and he announces one more participant, which was Kevin Owens, to a massive reaction.
Did you manage to avoid the spoilers before the show? Because there was like a lot of rumblings about this match being added. This match being added onto the Finn Sami Zayn match.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I was doing. I think I went and ate something. Like, I think me and my wife went to like a restaurant or whatever. And I wasn't even on my phone. So I had no idea by the time it started that this was being rumored.
Yeah. I heard something like last week that Kevin was at the Performance Center, and I just assumed he was gonna show up on the night after SummerSlam. But yeah, they saved him for this, and it was a huge moment. Got a big reaction. I thought he didn't miss a step in the ring. 17 months away from the ring, which is crazy to think about. He probably need to hit some Just for Man up. I don't like that great. I know it's crazy. You probably need to hit some Just for Men up, though, Mike. I'm not liking that gray in his beard. Not liking that. Darken that up a little bit, pal. But yeah, he didn't miss a step, man. Kevin Owens came out there. Sammy has more justified reason to, crash out on Friday. I'm gonna be adding on to the story they're trying to tell there with Sammy. And that feud, Kevin Owens, CM Punk, that's gonna be, if they let those two go out there and just no restrictions. You go out there, you guys say what's on your mind, say what you got on your chest, say it out there. This could be a generational feud, bro. Because both guys have and we're just talking about animosity. These guys have a lot of personal beef going back to the independent wrestling days when CM Punk made it publicly known that he did not like Kevin Owens wrestling in a t-shirt. And Kevin Owens was not shy about letting people know what type of person CM Punk was on the independent scene. So these guys, they could tell a good story, man. And Kevin Owens, big friends with the Young Bucks. We know how CM Punk feels about the Young Bucks. So if they do this right, man, this could be feud of the year, maybe feud that we're gonna be talking about years to come.
Yeah, it absolutely has feud of the year potential, especially because I feel like we don't have anything that I can hang my hat on right now and say, yeah, that's it. And you know me, I'm not always the biggest KO fan, but
You hate him.
I didn't hate him, but I'm excited to see what they can do here.
You fat shame. He came back slimmed up, and I know the first thing on your mind was KO just looking out of shape. I know you had it on your mind.
Hey, well, you know what? We ride with Big Pepsi over here, and maybe you should wrestle in a t-shirt, huh? How about that?
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh okay. So you brought up Jacob Fatu's lack of a t-shirt earlier. You were planting seeds, huh? You planting the seed. You want. No. Oh yeah. I know. Yeah. I bet. You want KO to take his shirt off? You want everybody to know what he really looks like, Micah? Trying to fat shame him into getting into shape. What are you trying to do here?
No, look, in all seriousness, I was excited to see KO back, even though I haven't always been his biggest fan. Even in his t-shirt, him and Punk will have a good feud.
They both can talk too.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing to me. I know that they can sell the legitimacy of this. As far as the match goes, I think you put it best, but I did think that it was really good, fast-paced action. It went 8.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Obviously, KO picked up the win. And there was a genuine feeling that anybody could win this. But please.
Oh, Finn Balor's winning this?
Well, he's been getting a push. He's on the card, and a lot of people are happy about that. But please, Just let these two amazing promos go out there, no restrictions, just open mic.
Ooh.
Y'all got 20 minutes.
Man, that the match they could have together, I'm sure it would be really good too.
Oh yeah, it'll be hard hitting, like for sure. And like you said, I know I kind of threw some shade on, well, not so much Punk, but just the Punk Cody match. KO and Punk can have a great match because KO is a better wrestler than Cody.
Man, they put down that Money in the Bank card with
Ooh.
Braun and Oba, Roman and LA Knight, both Money in the Bank matches. Man, can you imagine?
Well, I'll just say this. Right now, both companies are in the running to get mine and yours hard-earned, cold cash. You know what I mean? It's right there. Because Wrestle Dream is in Orlando. Money in the
Your
Bank
city.
is in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Somebody come take my money. I'm doing the Futurama Fry gift. Like, shut up and take my money. Somebody sell me on their pay-per-view because we're up in the air right now.
Yeah, give us some merch too. Send us some merch. We'll head out there.
There we go.
Give us some backstage passes, some media passes. We'll be out there. We'll cover the show.
But if Punk and KO are on the Money in the Bank card, it's gonna be hard pressed for AEW to match that.
Yeah, Oba and Braun. If that's on the card, man.
Oh God.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, that's just a personal thing. I'm not saying that KO and Punk, but if KO and Punk and Oba and Braun are on the card, yeah, man. The business decision is in New Orleans.
Bro, if they put the title on LA Knight, they might have to stretch me out the arena because I'm gonna be over the moon.
Oh, don't get me fantasizing. Oh shoot. But we move on. A good opener tonight too. And then they pulled me right back down for the United States Championship.
Oh man.
We had Trick Williams with Lil Yachty versus Baron Corbin. This went 9 minutes, and Baron Corbin defeated Trick Williams via pinfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I stopped watching live.
Oh, come on now. Can you imagine what type of negotiator Baron Corbin is? He must
Master
be
manipulator.
Yeah. Bro came back 2 weeks later. He's the champ and had a SummerSlam match. Crazy word.
Like who? Oh my God! I wrote down. I wrote this. This was at the start of the match. I cannot believe that we're not free of these Baron Corbin shackles anymore. There are 15 to 20 other guys that I would rather see on this show right now. And that's just off the top of my head. And then all I could say after I saw that Baron Corbin won was, "Are we serious?" Now I know that they're just taking the title off Trick to move him up to the main event scene and do bigger and better things.
Yeah.
But again, there are 15 to 20 guys that I would rather see the United States champion right now than Baron Corbin. What are we doing?
Well, hold up now, partner. They got a lot of baby faces in the mid card on SmackDown, right? You got Carmelo, you got Ilya. Who else am I missing, Micah?
Oh, I don't know, baby. I know like Ricky. I mean,
okay.
Royce Keys is technically, I guess, babyface on SmackDown.
Now. He's on Raw now.
Okay. Well, the brand split means nothing anymore.
Yeah.
I know Ricky's a heel. Ray Phoenix.
He's babyface. There's a lot of baby faces on SmackDown. They need top heels, man, as far as like mid card goes. But I don't think it's, if you're gonna put a title on a heel, okay, sure, I guess. But there's nobody else. Baron Corbin.
Like, literally, nobody else. There's nobody else. I would have rather them pulled up Mike Santana and put him in this match.
Okay. He would be a heel, but yeah, you know, he's getting heat. I guess maybe he's improved. I don't know.
No.
Judging by this match, he said no. We'll see how it goes. Maybe Trick gets it back. I don't know. Yeah, man. People saying that Trick got buried. I don't buy into that.
He didn't get buried. It's just ridiculous. Like,
people were saying that online. Like, oh, Trick Williams buried by Baron Corbin. Like, what do they think when John Cena lost the U.S. title to Carlito? Did they think John Cena got buried?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's a good point. Again, I wasn't excited when there was rumors that they were bringing Big Bill in. Big Bill. I was literally about to say I would rather them put the title on Big Cass.
You know what? Actually, if they would just did that, that would have made a lot more sense.
I would have been down. I would have been down for that. Again, I'm coming up with stuff off the top of my head.
If they were to put Big Cass on SmackDown, just had him in Baron Corbin's spot and sent Baron Corbin to Raw to feud with like Javon Evans, I actually would have liked that lineup better. But
can
like
we
said,
him to
Corbin,
MLW instead?
Well, who we sending there? Because I know a few guys I want to send there.
Corbin's
Seth
at the top of
should
the
be
list.
number one. No, Seth should be right there with it. Send him down there too. But I lost my train of thought, Mike. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyways, this match happened. It was there.
Yeah.
Trick Williams. On the bright side, Mike, I wanted to bring this up to you earlier off pod, but I'll tell you now. They are in negotiations with Lil Yachty for contract extension. So there's that.
I do like that. I saw a post. I saw a post that was from Ibu, and friends of Ibu on the pod. But Ibu was like, I hope the Lil Yachty partnership with Trick Williams is over. Like, it brings him down. No. I could not disagree more. I think the Lil Yachty partnership is actually great.
I think what would add way more to the package right now of Trick Williams, which Lil Yachty is a plus, yeah. But if you put Booker T on commentary, just put Booker T on commentary during make him Don Callis of SmackDown. Just put him strictly on the commentary booth for Trick Williams. Or have it, you know what? Have an option for alternate broadcast because I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear Michael Cole anymore. I'd much rather hear the Vic Joseph Booker T commentary.
No, and I 100% agree with you because when you heard the Booker T like WWE radio entrance or whatever for Trick Williams, it immediately made Trick feel like so much more of a star. So that's what I'm saying. Like, people got all this smoke for Booker T. Oh, he's terrible. Oh, I can't listen to him, whatever. But then when you package him with certain guys like Trick, and there's other ones too, that he has genuinely helped and gets them more over, like gives them more aura, gives it, like, he's an earworm in a good or bad way, however you see it. But every time I hear Trick's entrance now, all I can think is, the Booker T ad-libs. So
how's it go, Mike?
Well, I don't have to do that here on the pod. I'll let everybody else do that, but
all right.
I'll stick to my bruv impressions. But nonetheless, I think that it's a great addition to have Booker on SmackDown or both, honestly, just to do something like this, just to give an extra layer to these guys in their presentation.
I think I'll be turning down the actual broadcast volume and just be listening to the Sirius radio in the background. Because I don't know if I can do this any longer with Michael Cole.
I don't know. Well, we Alabama fans are accustomed to it anyways, because we've always turned Gary Danielson down to hear the Alabama radio.
I never got that. I got a soft spot for those OG CBS announcers.
Well,
Vern
I like
Lundquist, Gary Danielson. I always had a soft spot for those guys.
I liked Vern, and I love the CBS intro. There's nothing that takes me back to my childhood more than that. But Gary would piss me off because he would always do the stupid. Well, I don't know, guys. It kind of looked like that maybe didn't get across the first down line. It's like, Gary, do you want just our biggest and toughest and meanest offensive lineman to come up there and just choke slam you through the stadium? Is that what you want? That's what you deserve.
But
Regardless,
Baron
ladies and gentlemen,
Corbin,
I'm chomping at the bits for football season.
From Vern Lundquist to Baron Corbin. You got anything else for this match, Micah? We just keep it moving.
No, we can keep it moving.
All right.
The next match for the WWE Women's Championship, for the interim WWE Women's Championship, let me correct myself, a 5-way ladder match between Charlotte Flair, Jade Cargill, Lash Legend, Tiffany Stratton, and Chelsea Green. This went 13 minutes, and Chelsea Green picks up the win.
Yeah, this is rough, man. Did people like this online? Because everybody was just talking about the moment at the end, but the actual match was clunky, bro. I don't know if you caught like a little clip in this match where Lash Legend was running to the opposite side of the ring to be in the right spot for when Chelsea Green pushed off Tiffany Stratton off the ladder. Did you catch that?
Oh no, I didn't catch it in real time.
It was embarrassing. Embarrassing. Like, how do you miss that? But yeah,
and not only that, does it feel like that happens more often now? Where it's like just they do less to hide the spots.
Yeah. And it's more choreographed now. So guys have, they have it in their head and they go over it in the back. But when you have that much stuff planned in your head and you're not really an experienced, professional, and just stuff gets lost in translation, man. And a lot of the people that have done it for 2 or 3 years at the performance center, they can't. Sometimes they get lost out there.
Yeah, it's as far as the general consensus of the match, I'll just say on Cage Match as a 5.49 rating. I don't think people were happy with the match. They were just happy with the moment, like you said. And she got a huge reaction. I honestly, had we done predictions, I think my pick would have been Chelsea. And I'm not just saying that with 2020 hindsight. I had a shock feeling that she was going to win. I figured it would be her or Charlotte. But I don't know. Something was just pulling me in that direction. I'm happy for her, and I hope she has a good reign with it. We'll see, because she eventually has to meet up with Rhea. But yeah, it was kind of just here.
She was pretty smart at the end, though, playing possum.
Oh yeah, I did like that spot.
Off the ladder. Yeah, it's and there was. I saw this online, bro. So. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say there was also one spot I did like with Lash where she chokeslammed Tiffany on the ladder. Like they were both on the top rope. She chokeslammed Tiffany on a ladder that was, I guess, catty cornered on both of the rings in the corner. I thought that was a good spot. It looked brutal.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Go ahead, look at that video I just sent you, like what I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I see it now.
You see? Okay, all right. Well, I saw this online, Micah, so I can't take credit for it, but somebody said at Money in the Bank 2024, Chelsea in her home country, she and Tiffany are the only two standing on the ladder, and Tiffy pushed Chelsea off the ladder, and people were cheering like crazy, in Chelsea's home country. And the irony is that when Chelsea pushed off Tiffy in this match, in Tiffy's home city or home state, they were cheering like crazy for Chelsea. So it's just weird how the tables turned here. But yeah, ain't nothing else from this match. New interim women's champ.
Long-term storytelling, pal.
It's
what we do. It's what we do.
That's what we do. I don't know if we need to do this match though.
Well, speaking of a match that I don't know that we needed to do, next up was the Human Monies on a Pole match.
Yeah.
Danhausen versus Dominic Mysterio. This went 6 minutes and 50 seconds. It felt longer. Pause. But Danhausen picks up the win here. This right now has a 1.57 rating on Cage Match.
Man, come on now. I don't. This is more just like a little comedy gimmick match. I don't think it deserved the hate that it is getting online. Shout out Danhausen because he's getting these minis, these midget wrestlers. He's getting these guys paid. And I don't know if you caught it on commentary, Micah, that Michael Cole said that El Torito was one of the mini Hausens. I don't know if you caught that.
I did hear that.
You got that?
It is kind of crazy how things work. I will agree with you that, I'm glad he's getting these guys paid.
Yeah. Torito Hausen. JD hit a pretty great choke slam, by the way, on El Torito. I wouldn't mind those two locking up.
He did, and then he posted a picture. He said this must be what it's like to feel or be like Oba Femi or something like that.
We given Cole a lot of beatdown on this episode, but I thought it was hilarious when he he said JD and that damn bison like head when JD threw a headbutt. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, this was just a gimmick match. I don't think Dom's Barry. I don't think he's done for, but you can definitely start to notice that the Judgment Day is holding Dom back from evolving as a character or a performer because it's just been going on for so long. And I want to see what he can do without the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I think him and Liv should have split off a long time ago. This is absurd, and I get it. Like, it's a gimmick match, and I guess some people like that kind of thing. It's not for me, and I really did not like this. I think Danhausen is getting a little overexposed, and
really,
I do. I think that the first time I saw one of these matches where he had the little people, and they came out and they did this whole thing, it was kind of like, holy crap, it was a spectacle. There was a lot going on. But now, this was probably the worst out of those. And it's just because it felt like I had seen every single thing that they were doing. It was nothing new. It was nothing fresh. It also comes right off the heels of that terrible Joe Hendry, Danhausen segment. Dom is...
Oh, that's Sour Joint.
Well, it plays into it, and Dom also is like the AAA Mega Champion, which is like one of my favorite weekly TV shows right now. And
are we sure?
I feel like WWE
never shows
takes
up.
any. Well, that's what I feel like they take any chance they can to piss in AAA's mouth. Los Garza's turn, they crap on him on SmackDown. Dominic loses a match to Danhausen. It's just kind of absurd to me, and I feel like a guy that is as talented as Dominic Mysterio, who has the ability to control the crowd like Dominic Mysterio, being locked in this is so beneath him.
I just think he's hit that ceiling in the Judgment Day, man. Maybe a whole overhaul with Dominic Mysterio do him good because He's in dangerous territory here from being, just consider a joke wrestler, man. He just hasn't
and
evolved as a performer.
100%. And I get it. He's good on the mic. They don't feel the need to have him wrestle all the time. That's fine. But eventually, the heel has to win. The heel has to get his comeuppance every now and then, right? And I just feel like with Dom, they keep beating him. He lost, to Finn at WrestleMania. He lost the Intercontinental Championship to Penta. I don't remember a marquee match he's won this year.
He's been AAA champion since last September, and I don't think we can count on one hand how many times he's defending that title in AAA. I think he's defending it on Raw more than he's defending it on AAA.
You're probably right. And I don't, but the thing is too, I can't even remember a defense off the top of my head. I do remember, did he have a fatal 4-way where it was him and the Kingo and Americano and Dragon Lee? Yeah. That was at last year's Triple Mania. And
okay.
The thing is, that was last August. That's the last memorable match I remember of Dominic's. I mean, yeah, he had the match with Cena, but exactly. Actually, that makes perfect sense. 6 months ago, he was one of Cena's last matches, and now he's losing to Dom in a gimmick match to make everybody
losing
laugh.
to Danhausen.
Losing to Danhausen. It's getting late, ladies and gentlemen. Regardless, this was ridiculous, and Dominic Mysterio should have more of a concerted effort behind him.
Well, if you sick of Danhausen now, bro, you might stop watching because he's making them way too much money, and they're gonna keep on using Danhausen. And the kids are loving Danhausen. I don't know how many times they panned over to children with the Danhausen paint or the Danhausen merchandise throughout the show, but it was quite a bit.
I mean, I believe you. It's just one of the things you got to admit. It's just not for me.
It's not for you.
But following that, we had the Intercontinental Championship match, Penta versus Chad Gable. This went 11 minutes and 10 seconds, and Chad Gable finally gets his first singles title in WWE. As far as the match goes, I thought it was great. I thought this was one of the best, if not the best, bell-to-bell match of the entire weekend. I figured these guys would have a good match. I think that they could have had an extra 5 to 8 minutes and made this really excellent. Maybe 17, 18 minute range. Nonetheless, I'm really, really happy for Chad Gable because he's one of those guys that when we do the Scoopies every year, I look and I say, most underrated, it's always Chad Gable.
Oh, he probably can't win it this year.
Yeah, probably not. But, he had the feud with Gunther where he swore to his kids he was going to win the Intercontinental Championship. That got taken out from under him, which I thought was a baffling booking decision at the time. Then he goes with this, gimmick that everybody hates, and they claim that it's racist, and
hold up now.
Just before the dumbest thing.
Before that, Penta sent him on his journey to be that gimmick, and it all came full circle with him finally winning the Intercontinental title and beating the guy that sent him on that journey to become El Grande Americano. That's some great long-term storytelling. I don't know if they meant to do it like that, but the way is, the way we can put it down and map out everything, that's some great stuff.
It is. And even, in the midst of all of that, even if that wasn't their long-term plan, we got a feud of the year, a match of the year with Chad I guess both El Grande Americanos. And I now realize that I slided that earlier when I was talking about Punk and KO, because that is the feud of the year right now. I do think Punk and KO can eclipse that. However, to get that in the midst of this story that they've been telling and to have it come full circle, what a moment in Chad's hometown as well. If it wasn't planned out long term, it's kind of crazy how everything aligned like this.
His kids were there. His wife was there. Emotional moment after the match. And a lot of people had a problem with that root beer sponsorship right there at the end. Did you have a problem with that?
I really did.
Wow. Okay, tell me about it.
Well, it just listen again. I've mentioned all the stupid sponsorships that I didn't like, but I thought this was the most egregious because it's this heartfelt moment. You know, with his whole family is in the ring. He wins his first singles title. I mean, the dude is near about on the verge of tears, telling everybody like, "Thank you for sticking with me."
You can't celebrate with the mascot after a hard-fought victory.
Not the mug root beer mascot.
Oh, root beer. You don't like root beer?
No, I don't like root beer.
I like zero sugar root beer. I like A&W.
You know, it's one thing. It's one thing with the Crimson Tide wins and they go celebrate with Big Al because Big Al is representative of Alabama. It's one thing when Trick Williams wins his title and he celebrates with Lil Yachty because Lil Yachty is part of the Trick Williams presentation.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen Chad Gable grab a can of root beer and just smash it over his head.
Well, he's got that dog in him. So naturally, the dog pulled up with root beer to quench his thirst. No, I didn't have a problem with it, man. You got a point there. No, he's seeing vision right now. He ain't got that dog in him no more.
Okay.
He's seeing the vision. Yeah. But nah, man, I don't have a problem with the ad sponsorship right there. Get the guys paid. And it didn't take away from the moment, in my opinion. Because it's not like, it's not like the root beer man was right there in the middle of the ring while he was cutting his promo. He just came in to give him a root beer at the end. And actually, I thought he gave him like some actual Steve Weisers. And I was like, dang, Chad, you going to start, drinking in front of your kids, pal? But yeah, man, a little root beer and he had fun with it. Guy got paid. I didn't have a lot of people online really, really hated it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I mean, yeah, as far as the drinking in front of your kids part, he's been in AAA. Ray comes home and beats his kids. So,
oh, come on now, what? Allegedly. Well, actually, no, he admitted to it. Oh, we got.
He did right there on Twitter in front of God and everybody. Can't wait to get home and beat my kids.
Hell, we seen it on TV. You remember when he got that build out?
That's right. Hey, match of the night.
Yeah. That was some great stuff.
But nonetheless,
2023.
I know, right? Have you seen those stupid TikToks about like, oh, he was cooking up joy. He was cooking up I've seen the evil one too, where it's like, oh, he was cooking up misery and sadness and all that, but it'll probably hit your feed in a couple days. I'm just on it too much. But regardless, that's when I hear the ones that like, he was cooking up joy. I'll send it to you later now because now I feel awkward because I'm explaining this thing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
But that's how I think of WWE in 2023 and 2024. He was cooking up joy and happiness.
Peak. Take us back.
Well, we're gonna take you back, pal.
Oh no!
Because
not
the main event,
no, please no.
The main event for the World Heavyweight Championship: Roman Reigns, the big dog, versus Seth Rollins, the Architect. This went 33 minutes and 25 seconds. Roman Reigns defeated Seth Rollins by pinfall.
It felt like it.
Yeah. When I said that, the Danhausen match felt like 15 minutes and it was only 6, this felt like 35 to 40.
Yeah. I feel like the ref was gone for a good 25 minutes of it too.
Yeah. First
what was the ref
off,
there for? They didn't count. No countouts.
Exactly.
Are all the matches no countouts now?
They have adopted the AW philosophy that they will let it go because it's the main event and it's for the world title.
Okay.
And
all right.
I hate that crap. I didn't like it whenever Roman did it at WrestleMania against Punk with the stairs. I didn't like it here. I don't like walk fighting. I definitely don't like it whenever they walk fight. There's no count. They get back to the ringside area. One of them rolls in the ring to, almost piss in your face about, oh, yeah, well, we're supposed to be counting. And then they do the stupid run in at 9 spot. Oh my God. Are you serious? Like, I can't understand how you do the walk fight but you also plan to do we better get in the ring or we're going to get counted out. Nonetheless, as far as the match goes, Roman Reigns is the absolute GOAT in terms of the big match style. The style that he has, that John Cena has, where it's not overly technical. They're going to drag you along for 15 to 20, and they're going to tune it up at the end. Roman is probably the best I've ever seen at that.
And you know what? Make no mistake about it. This was a good match. It just went on for way too long.
Yes.
But I'm sure this is the match that they wanted to do at Mania. Seth and Roman. I think that was the plan for WrestleMania. So they didn't get it there, so they wanted to do it here. And if I'm gonna say this, Mike, and I'm gonna let you finish what you got. But if you were a Shield fanatic growing up, you were Shield fanboy, you were, getting into wrestling in 2012, 2013, the Shield was your group and you loved that. And if that was your thing, then you would have loved this match because they made sure they went through all the old hits. They brought up Ambrose. They did the dirty deeds, Ambrose's finisher. They did the wacky line, the Ambrose's signature move. They did the chair callback. They did the little fist bump at the end. I saw something funny online about they should have put the mask in between Seth and Roman to symbolize, Moxley or Ambrose. Somebody said that they should have put skewers on the ground to symbolize Moxley. But yeah, if you grew up a fan of the Shield, then you would have loved this match. But I personally never was that into the Shield. So I just thought it was a good match. It went on way too long, and they told a story here. I wish they would have sped it up a little bit.
Yeah. That was much of my same sentiment. And I say that as a kid that grew up with the Shield. That was, pretty much my peak fandom. I started watching in 2008. I didn't get out of it until 2014. But by that time, I was super locked into the product. I loved the Shield. I loved Seth Rollins, the architect. During that time, the turn was big. It meant a lot. Like, I kind of have rose-tinted glasses about that time. But I say all that to say this. That was 12 years ago.
My God. Was it?
That would be like, yes. And that would be like if Stone Cold and The Rock came back in like 2010 to run it back one last time.
Well, hold up now. You know what?
I mean, I would be down for that because it's Rock and Austin, but that's not even comparable to this. Like,
yeah, it would have been like, well, actually, no, they did do that. I was going to say it'd be like Roddy Piper and Hulk Hogan having a match in 1997, but no, they actually did do that.
Yeah. Now that the more I keep thinking about this, I think they actually have done this in all of history.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, it's like Punk and Cena. Well, yeah, they did that last year. Well, it's like, Cena and Orton. Well, they did that last
year. They did that a lot.
Matter of fact, all we do is play the greatest hits. So this was great. Like,
It's just
In all seriousness,
we weren't nostalgic about it, so we didn't like it.
yes, and to me, it was one thing. Like if you brought back Rock and Austin and you ran it, then they hadn't been on TV forever. Punk and Cena, they had
that's true.
their split. With
That's
this,
true. They all went away, but this
yeah,
has been constantly on our TV screen. And I know they haven't
yes,
had many singles matches together, Seth and Roman. Maybe they've had like 5 over the last 10 years, maybe 6, but it hasn't been a lot on TV at least. So I know they haven't like overused those two having matches together, like Randy and Cena. I swear they had like 30 matches together. But Roman and Seth haven't had a lot of matches. It just seems like we've seen so many callbacks to the Shield. We had 2 Shield reunions before Ambrose even left the company.
yeah.
It was insane. And then we got the little callback in 2022 when Seth and Roman had their match at Royal Rumble, and then basically got the other callback, and the history played up during the WrestleMania 40 feud with Seth and Roman on opposite sides in that tag match with The Rock and Cody Rhodes. So we got Shield lore there. It just feels like we've seen a lot of Shield lore, man, over the last 12 years. There's only so many times we can play the greatest hits.
Yeah, 100%. I feel the exact same way. And like I said, I say that as a guy. Yes, that was about to be my next point. I say that as a guy that loved the Shield, and they also just devolved into finisher spam at the end of the match, and I can't really co-sign that either. Now, by all intents and purposes, do not take this as the Scoop Slam podcast, you guys just hate fun and da-da-da. If you enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. It just didn't move us. I don't really know what else to say past that. It was a good, match.
Yeah, it was good.
25 minutes, and I think it would have been just as good.
The referee totally disappearing for 25 minutes, or at least it felt like it, was insane. And then he just burst back. Like he had fighting spirit. He burst back up when Roman covered Seth and just immediately started counting. Like that's
my cue.
Yeah, that was egregious too. I didn't like that. And I hate to pile on Michael Cole, bro. But let me just say this real quick, Micah. I hate when he has to spell everything out for us. Like what made JR such a great announcer and what made him sound organic was he was kind of calling the action like how he saw it. Like how he was reacting to stuff that was happening in the match. But with Michael Cole, Micah, it just sounds like he's reading from a script. Does it not sound like that to you? Like he's reading like bullet points? Like he has to describe every little detail in the match.
100%. And I know you're not the biggest fan of these guys, but I don't know if you've seen the Deadlock clip where they talk about, the Shield fist, the Shield bomb, the guys with the Shield chair, the Shield face. Like that's it.
Now you see, Wade, that chair, it's just like that chair that Seth used to turn on the Shield. Yeah, you see, Roman wasn't happy when Seth did that, and that's why these guys, they don't like each other. Like it's that, bro. I understand 100%, and I'm out on Michael Cole. All that goodwill he built up in the last couple years, being free from the shackles of Vince McMahon. He's getting all that praise online with his commentary with Pat. All that's done. All that's dead. And I want them to move on from Michael Cole because he is bringing down the product. Like, yes, the creative is not the best. It's not 2019. Let's not get ridiculous. It's not that bad as far as creative, but it's just, it's very stagnant right now. And it makes it even worse when you got the worst, like, play-by-play guy in the business calling the action.
Oh, whoa. Hold on now. Worst?
Well, okay. 1A, 1B.
All right. I can co-sign
Two of the two main companies that we watch, bro, have the worst commentary.
Yes.
Like, from the play-by-play guys.
And the funny thing is about both companies, they have the talent to have excellent commentary booths. Corey Graves is an excellent commentator. Why is he not on the pay-per-views?
That should be your guy to take over Michael Cole. I don't care if he's mostly a analyst guy on the main roster. No, he's your new play-by-play guy. He's been doing great work. So you got him. You got Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett is really good. I like Wade. And you got Booker T. Yeah, Booker T. We talked about him earlier, man. He adds to a lot of the presentation of the wrestlers when he's out there. And you got JBL, bro. They have talented like analysts or what would you call it, the color guy. They have great color guys, and they have the best play-by-play guy sitting on the bench, just like AEW. They have the best play-by-play guy on the bench with Ian Riccaboni. They have them, and they have great color guys on the bench. But we choose the wheel out Shivani, and well, yeah, God bless them. JR still there. They put him on the commentary here and there. Don Callis brings the commentary. Bro, they just have like the wrong guys in the wrong spots on commentary.
100%. Nigel, for my money, is probably the best commentator in the world right now. And I get to listen to him for 2 matches on a pay-per-view, and then he subbed out for Shivani, and everything's great. And it just, like, immediately I'm like, oh my God. Like, I love Taz. I really do love Taz. I think Taz is still an excellent commentator. But when you put Taz in there with Shivani and Excalibur, it brings the whole thing down. They start popping themselves. And then half the time, Taz and Shivani get in arguments because, like, I don't even know what. But I want to say last week, Taz was like, call the match, dude, or something. And I was like, what are they arguing about? So, yeah, man, I agree with you. I'm out on Cole. It should be the Raw
commentary. The commentary can make or break the show, bro. If you like, the Attitude Era wouldn't been as good as it was without great commentary from Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler. That can change the whole dynamic of your show. And when you got somebody that's like so unauthentic and just robotic as Michael Cole calling the action, your product is gonna be held back. I'm sorry.
And yeah, I mean, it's just, I couldn't put it better myself. Like I said, as far as the match goes, if you enjoyed it, I'm happy for you. I thought it was a good match. It's just not like anything that I'm going to come back to and say like, oh my God, this is match of the year. Nonetheless, Ryan, let's go ahead and get those ratings up. What is your match of the night for night 2? And what would you rate it out of 10?
Night 2, I'm giving like a 6.4 maybe. I didn't think this was as good as night 1, but it was still, I mean, it was all in all, it was a solid SummerSlam in my opinion. The match of the night, I have to give it to, man, Gable and Penta. I think Gable and Penta had the match of the
night. I will also co-sign the match of the night as Gable and Penta. I really enjoyed that, and like I said, I do wish, man, if we could shave 7 minutes off the Seth match and give it to Gable and Penta, I think they could have legitimately had a barn burner. But
well, that's their formula now. They just give the main event matches the 30 minutes, 25 minutes, which I ain't got a problem with. I think you can have good matches under 15 minutes.
I'm gonna go 5.5 on this one.
Oh wow, you like this more?
I did like night 2 more. I thought the opening Fatal 4-Way was good. I thought the Chad Gable match was good, and it was a good moment. Even Chelsea Green winning, while the match was kind of a stinker, the moment was good. And the Roman Seth match, despite not really moving me, was a good main event. Whereas with night 1, I really only enjoyed like the opener and the Aldis match.
Okay, all right.
But nonetheless, nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting late and I'm tripping up on my words. So we're going to send it home. We're free of pay-per-views for at least a little bit. I think we have 27 days till All In. I think WWE actually is in their longest stretch without a pay-per-view since the 80s. Money in the Bank is the next pay-per-view.
Well, we got Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
That's in Atlanta too, by the way.
PLE. I will.
Oh, yeah.
I may or may not go to that Saturday night's main event because I'll be at Dragon Con. It's like right across the street.
Oh, okay. You probably get some cheap tickets too. Day of.
Yeah, so that's why I'm already going to be in Atlanta, so I'm thinking about it, but I'll let you guys know the scoop before I show up or show out. Regardless, we appreciate you guys for all the recent love on the socials or hate. There's a lot of that too, but that's okay. Make sure you check us out at Scoop Slammed. We have a good time. I like doing my commentary. Mr. Slam over here always sends me the good clips to post. I promise it's not rage bait either. These are typically my actual opinions. Y'all just think they're rage bait and take them to heart. Nonetheless, come back next week. We're going to have some more weekly reviews, our usual stuff, a Scoop 5, all that and more. Take care of yourself over the weekend and have a good one.